Okay, morning traders. Happy Friday. I hope that you guys have all had a great week so far. We've got a few things to maybe speak about, and yeah, we can get going into today's pre-market prep. So, a couple of things that I do want to speak about is ES was definitely a lot stronger yesterday than the Nasdaq. So let's just go out to the 15-minute time frame here. What we can actually see is yesterday very tight range, and I've got a few things to speak about. A lot of the guys I was chatting to in the Discord as well, struggling a little bit just with the choppier trading days. And I think me just zooming out and looking at this actually definitely helped me. Like if I'm looking at this from the 15-minute time frame perspective, I did like the shorts below 970. And then I did say if we flushed 935, 940, we were going to see potential further downside momentum. We are trading at that weekly VWAP at the moment, which we were rejecting all of yesterday before the late surge into the afternoon closing on the highs of day yesterday. But yeah, definitely a lot more of a choppier trading day than most would like. So let's go to the Nasdaq. That was my trade on the Nasdaq. Okay, and we can actually bring it up here. Let's just go like that. Start my day. Let's go to yesterday. Okay, so Thursday the 8th. You can see in the green, but just the one Nasdaq trade that I took personally. And we got that flush down on the open, okay, back towards my level that I wanted to trade towards. And then we get a pullback. So we break the opening range low, and that's where my algo actually went off with edgeful. We break the opening range low. We get a pullback into that daily VWAP, which is the black one, New York session VWAP as well. And we look for some extension lower. So that was my trade. Any thoughts and comments on that, put in the chat. I'll make sure to go over it, but that was my trade that I really did like. And yeah, I think trading a lot more weaker than the ES. And also, if I went to the screen, that won't show it up now, but everything on the screen was pointing short bias as well. We also had an opening candle continuation being bearish. So if we go to NQ, go to the last 6 months, let's just go to the New York session. Yep. That first hour was bearish. 71% of the time we will close as a bearish closing, then vice versa for the shorts. The first hour was long. 79% of the time we will close as a bullish closing day. So pretty great statistics there to be trading with that with those Nasdaq shorts. Right now we still are holding the level that I was watching, 25,600, and we'll see how we do move into the open with it. But that was my trade yesterday. Let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, or anything like that. Okay, so then I do have one of the guys that are in our mentorship calls. I do want to speak about his trading yesterday, and I think it can pertain well to what you guys were speaking about a little bit in the like this. Just don't want to hide his name for purpose sakes. But let's look at like this. Okay, so he took quite a few trades here. Okay, so we always get in our daily report cards that we use with the TradeZilla templates. We want the traders to give the daily report cards just like I do. We do it as well. Every single day I do a daily report card on my trades that I took, what I did well, why I traded it, etc. And we can see the trades that he took. This was from 2 days ago. So not from today, from yesterday, from 2 days ago, from Wednesday. But we can see try to short ES, it bounces off that low of their VWAP and it moves higher. He then tries a long, which he gets money on, and then tries a second long, which doesn't work. Then a third trade, a short, tries another short. I think there's just too many trades here. And sometimes for me, what I am finding as well throughout my 9 years of trading now is that when I trade less, I trade better. It just is what it is. When you zoom out to a higher time frame and you just look at it from an objective perspective, okay, what is looking more weak? For me yesterday, the Nasdaq was looking a lot more weak. Look at that first 15-minute bar into the open, and I got the great entry on the retest over here at 670 back down to 600. That's 70 points. I'll take that every single day of the week. Whereas ES was trading in a very, very tight range. I mean, ES yesterday, only from after that big part open, we traded literally in like a 20, 25 point range, which is not my money to be making, So I was showing a lot more strength than we were showing on the NQ, and that's why I traded. Look at YM. YM yesterday just straight up and closed on its high. So you want to be just zooming out, looking at things from a higher time frame perspective, rather than trying to get caught up in trading lower time frames. I think sometimes the 1 minute can be a little bit of a vortex in terms of the actual, to getting induced into trades and so forth. So just bear that in mind. It's just something that I'm always, when I'm speaking on my experiences. I'm not claiming to be the biggest, baddest trader, but I know how to make money long-term trading, So just something to keep in mind as we come into Friday. Now, in terms of volume as well, we haven't really been seeing that much volume. Like if you look at the ADR on the NASDAQ and ES at the moment. So on the NASDAQ, we've got an average daily range at the moment of 136 points. And on ES, we got an average daily range of 23 points. The volume has dried up significantly into December and then to start this year as well. So please keep that in mind. It hasn't been smooth sailing in terms of volume. So keep that in mind when coming into Friday as well. But so that's always something I look at. The VIX I was mentioning on streams as well is trading underneath 18, 17.48. I do like it when we do trade above 19 personally. And obviously VIX up would mean volume higher as well. If you just look at some stocks, Nvidia and Tesla, Nvidia sold off yesterday. That's why I did like shorting of the NASDAQ as well, correlation. And then let's just go to volume and range by weekday. This is a report here that I like to look at and always show traders. Look how the volume, this is on the NASDAQ in the last 6 months. We can go the last 5 years as well, if you really want to. Okay. We can see that volume picks up as the week progresses. Look at that. So if you're coming into the week on Mondays, obviously without any put fundamentals aside, but just looking at it from like this, obviously some Mondays, like we can see some heavy sell-off or rallies on Mondays over the weekend, but majority of the time we do pick up as the week continues. And I think that's something to be said, is that you want to be looking for your more explosive trades later on in the week. Okay. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin still trading above 90K, but hasn't been looking too particularly strong right now. We did get that pump up on Monday, but now we kind of have been falling off from that. AMD trading weak as well, with Nvidia coming down. So that's not looking particularly hot. Robinhood, some of the AMD, Robinhood, Nvidia, Tesla, some of the stocks that I like to trade, Palantir as well. Robinhood also hasn't been trading too particularly hot at the moment. So it's interesting to see a lot of the stocks falling off, but ES and the NASDAQ continuing to hold up levels. Like I could easily see ES potentially holding this level now. We could go like stop, if you're looking for a larger term move, stop at the lows here, which would give you a 30-point stop. I know it does sound quite big, but you got some nice space to the high side, right? So like that. But let's just see how we do move into the open in a few bits, and we'll take it from there. So those are the thoughts. I was just looking at the chat from yesterday and said I would speak about it. But I just think that if you are over trading in a choppier market, that's where you don't want to be giving back your gains, And I think that also ruins your confidence. I was also showing this in our mentorship group as well. I put this in the chat yesterday, is that, this is a great, I think he's got some, a great podcast with the Alpha Mind podcast. Tom Canfield's no longer on Twitter anymore. He's focused on his own stuff. But in the end, trading is a confidence game. Maintaining your belief in yourself and what you're doing is essential. Simply put, without confidence, nothing works. You're slow to act, exit too early, can't wait patiently, or totally miss trades. So forget the money, manage your confidence. And I think this is a great perspective, because I think when you do overtrade in choppier market conditions and you get yourself beat up, just ends up being a bit of a dog show trying to manage your confidence because you beat yourself up and yeah, you overcomplicate things. I wrote in my daily report card yesterday, which you can see over here. Okay, as I said, I do these every single day. So you can see this is my daily report card from yesterday, Jan 8th. Good day. Zooming out on the 50-minute helped me a lot, not jumping in and just staying focused on my plan. When I slow things down and do not force anything, this is when I'm in my flow state. And I think it can be said for most traders, right? Fix that spelling mistake. Okay, so coming into today, be patient. Let's wait for our setups. Wait for the if there's nothing clear in the first hour, wait for the RB to set. Let the edgeful data show you which direction you want to trade in. I'll have my levels set in place. You guys know I love using my levels pre-market. And again, still my levels. If we hold underneath 970, I still like the shorts. As soon as we get above that, I think we can look for some extension. But for now, that's what I'm looking at, and having a plan set in place. I think if you don't have a plan set in place, it's tough to focus on what you need to do. But we are holding, also something that needs to be said, we are holding that 5-day SMA, which is that black line coming across my screen. This is an hourly chart on ES. We are holding that 5-day SMA. That's something to keep in mind. You guys know Brian Shannon loves using that. Okay. And yeah. Any questions in the chat? Okay, so if there's no questions in the chat, let's just go again. Let's just set the levels. So on ES 970, underneath 970, I still would ideally like the shorts, but let's see if we hold up. And then if you do flush at 935 level on ES, I could definitely see us coming lower. NQ, okay, NQ 25,600 up until 25,850. If we do flush that 25,600 level, I could definitely see us coming back down. As I said, we were respecting previous week's highs. You can see over here. We were respecting previous week's highs, okay? And we could see maybe a move back down in a longer-term perspective, back down to previous week's lows, which is back down at 25,200. But that's what, you see how we respect those previous week's highs over here on Wednesday, and now we are trading underneath the weekly view app. We are showing a lot more relative weakness on the NASDAQ compared to ES and YM. So if we get back underneath that level, potential moves back down to previous week's lows. And that indicator, again, if you come over to the edgeful Discord, bottom left-hand section, trading view indicator access, right? Trading view indicator access. And then you also have the Ninja Trader indicator access there as well. Let's go like this. Yeah, so my plan, I know a lot of you guys are trading prop firms. I'm trading personal cash accounts, and then as well as a few prop firms, namely FTMO, and then I will look to scale a little bit with some more as well. But for now, personal cash, FTMO. Other prop firms that I'm also using, Top One for traders. So there are a few. There's a lot of options out there. What I always suggest is, guys, find what prop firms work for them and then look to scale in that direction, right? So yeah, that's my plan. I know that you guys love trading your props as well, but yeah. Perfect. If you aren't following me on socials as well, I'll be live again at 11 a.m. Eastern time today. The live trading with Andre is at 11 a.m. Eastern time today. It will just be me. And then the rest of the week, I'm live in my live trading room. So make sure to check those out. Everything you need to know about me here, the prop firms I use and recommend, the same as the brokers that I use. I know you guys are mainly trading futures. I trade CFDs, just the same thing, just a different instrument, being in South Africa, and everything you need to know about me as well. Edgeful is also over here. You do actually get a free trial if you hit the link there. I don't think many people know about that. But then my live trading room every single day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm live with Andre Mondays and Fridays over here. So make sure to check that all out. But those are my levels today on ES and NASDAQ. Okay. We'll see how the stocks open up and look to gauge from there. I think that, just put yourself in a good position to make quality decisions. I was speaking to someone again in our mentorship group as well, Mark. He was having trouble with over trading and pre-market plans. I told him, put levels in, have a plan that you write in every single day what you're looking at. Makes it a lot easier. He commented back to me, the pre-market strategy write-up is excellent. Such a good idea. That's what he wrote to me yesterday. So, just staying focused and taking it one day at a time, I think is definitely essential to making long-term great decisions. So I think we've spoken about a lot here this morning. Let me know if you've got anything else. Okay, so see what else is happening. I think when you come into every single day and you're not over trading, it just puts yourself in a great position. I will share one more thing maybe before we end here, and I think it's so true for many of us traders. But I'll actually share it again, and I'll chat to where's it here? Let's go like this. I have to find it for you guys. I had to put in my chat. Yeah, let's go like this. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so this is Pax. A lot of you guys know Pax from the Twitter space. He's a great futures trader. He used to trade in the pits, but he says, over the years, I've learned the less I trade, the happier I'll be. I do not need to catch every price change and wiggle. I can't try and catch every move. Markets are a constant river of opportunity. All I have to do is grab my chunk, protect it, and grow it. And I think that is so true in terms of, knowing that you don't need to be in every single trade. And again, just less is more. I can't reiterate that enough. I know I sound like a broken record right now, but you have to just take it one day at a time. Do not overcomplicate things. Manage your confidence. Have a plan, and stick to it. So I'll leave you guys there for today. I hope that you guys have a great session. I'll be live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Remember, 11 a.m. Eastern time, I am in there in the live chat, live room with on edgeful's YouTube channel, as well as mine, Twitter, everything like that, all social. So have a good rest of the session, and we'll see you guys for the trading session later on. Cheers.